Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Hello, and welcome to the Fandom Feed. Today we're diving into the intricacies of Outlander's infamous Black Jack Randall, played by Tobias Menzies, in one of the most pivotal scenes set at the Palace of Versailles. So, what makes this scene so significant? Well, for starters, it showcases Black Jack's vulnerability and humiliation at the hands of King Louis XVI. But why exactly does this occur? Let's take a closer look at the historical context behind this tense meeting between the British officer and the French monarch. As we all know, the 18th century was a complex time in European history, with various countries engaged in wars and conflicts across the continent. However, despite these tensions, there existed an unwritten rule of etiquette that governed interactions between nations. Think of it as a peculiar kind of diplomatic dance, where civility and politeness reigned supreme, even in the face of hostility. This was particularly true during the time period when Outlander takes place, with Britain and France locked in a state of uneasy truce. The idea being that while they might be at war elsewhere, they would still show respect to each other's leaders and dignitaries in more formal settings like Versailles. Now, this concept is rather reminiscent of the Cold War era, where despite tensions between nations like the USA and USSR, there existed a degree of restraint and decorum, even in the face of conflict. So, when we see King Louis XVI treating Black Jack Randall with disdain, it's not entirely out of character for the French monarch. In fact, Ronald D. Moore, Outlander's executive producer, has shared some behind-the-scenes insights on how this scene came to be. According to Moore, he deliberately wanted to subvert our expectations of what a British officer like Black Jack Randall would experience in France. The idea being that instead of simply bowing down to the king, Black Jack finds himself humiliated and forced to kneel, all because of his lack of proficiency in French. And it's precisely this moment of vulnerability that makes Black Jack's subsequent pleas for help so compelling. Moore has noted how King Louis XVI sees an opportunity to belittle Black Jack further, using his language skills as a way to mock the British officer. So, what does this reveal about the character of Black Jack Randall? For one, it highlights his own pride and arrogance, which ultimately lead to his downfall. But more importantly, it showcases the cunning and intelligence of King Louis XVI, who knows exactly how to exploit these vulnerabilities for his own gain. As we continue to explore the world of Outlander, it's clear that nothing is as it seems, even in the most formal of settings. And that's what makes this scene so fascinating, a masterclass in subtlety and psychological manipulation. Thanks for joining us on the Fandom Feed. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content about your favorite fandoms.